Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is very different for me. We are going to talk about something that has been happening a lot lately, honestly. And there's been a brand that decided it was okay to bully a YouTuber. And we're going to talk, I purchased the eyeshadow palette from this brand. It arrived after all the drama happened. And I went back and forth multiple times, deciding if I should even do a video on the shadow palette. I decided we're gonna get ready. I'm gonna show you what the palette is, who it's from. We're gonna have the conversation. This is not a video I've ever thought I was going to do on my channel, but bullying is not okay. It is not all right. If you are a brand and you have a platform, you should use it in a positive way. You should be supporting each other. This video today, we are going to talk about the brand. We're going to talk about what happened. I will link the YouTuber and her video down below so you can go check her out, you know, support her, subscribe to her, just be educated on what this brand has done. And for me, deciding to make this video was because as a teenager, as a younger adult, I was told that I was overweight. I was told that I needed to lose weight multiple times to the point that I was put on diet pills. But it's worth it to know who you're supporting. And I've never pulled support from a brand before. I've said it in a previous video, actually, that I'm here for the makeup. The drama is not what I'm into. I'm here for the makeup. But we're going to discuss it. We're going to go over it. You make the decision you want. I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. But you guys, before we jump into it, if you're new here, first off, this is not the type of videos I usually do. Usually it's very upbeat and motivated and like, hey, let's jump into the new makeup that's out there. But if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. But if you want to see what we're talking about, who we're talking about, and the most recent eyeshadow palette that I picked up from them, just keep watching. Okay, guys, I've never done a video like this. I feel some sort of way, and I ordered this eyeshadow palette from a brand. It took forever to get here, but before it made it to my house from, I think they're out of the UK, some things happened with this brand, and the owner contacted we call them micro influencers because we only have small followings. I just finally hit 18,000 on YouTube. And for me, I'm like, wow, that's a lot. But to some other influencers, they've got millions and hundreds of thousands. I'm still technically considered a micro influencer. And there was part of me that was like, don't even give them the light of day. But at the same time, the reason I'm so annoyed and mad, and I feel so bad for the influencer that they did this to, is because the same thing the owner of this brand messaged this influencer about is things that I got targeted for by my own mom as a teenager. We're going to dive into it. This is the only time I'm going to say the brand's name because you need to know whether you want to support them or not. I will also say last year, 2 years ago now, I did have an affiliate code with them. I don't anymore. I don't know when it went away. I just know that I don't have it, which is fine because after this, I don't think I won't be buying their stuff. I will link the video that the YouTuber posted about the entire ordeal. She literally has screenshots of the DMs, the conversation back and forth, the post that was originally posted by the brand on their Insta feed or whatever, but they've now since taken down. And I'm gonna use the palette. I'm not doing swatches. I'm just gonna try it out, see. I bought it. I was excited to receive it when it got here, and then when it did get here, everything had kind of happened. And I really feel bad for this influencer. Like, no one deserves the things that was said to her at all. The brand is Kaima Cosmetics. I have their Frosted Fairy Prismatic Pastels. It's really pretty. It has a really pretty color story. Shimmers are definitely like gorgeous. I have one other eyeshadow palette from them. I'm kind of I've gone back and forth on whether or not I should even review the palette. I'm not reviewing it. I'm not going to tell you if it's good, if it's bad. This is the color story. This is what it looks like. Do with it as you will. However, I am going to use this video to talk about the fact that we just treat people like absolute crap sometimes. I have a bunch of my makeup products in front of me. Anything that you want to know that I used will be linked down below. Definitely go check that out. We're just gonna play in makeup and have a conversation. I've been pretty open with you guys about, like, I go and see a therapist. You guys know, if you've been here before, like, I've been in the military for 21 years. I retire next year. I finally have approval. So I honestly and openly talk with you guys about things that are currently happening with me, the fact that my fiance is deployed. I'm waiting for him to come home, which is a very long time. But when I saw this, and I've talked about it in the past, and I literally just did a video saying, I hate drama. I'm not a drama channel. That's not why we're here. I started out as a makeup channel. I do take you guys along on like little travel vlogs, or, you know, just gallivanting around Norfolk, Virginia beach area. Like, I take you guys with me. That's just it. Like, I like to be open, honest, and transparent. And I'm not like, I hate drama. I had enough of it growing up. But I also feel like the other side of that is I have a platform. I have a subscribership that maybe you feel the same way I do. And I don't plan on turning this into a drama channel. Like, that is not my intention. If you don't want to know what's going on, that's fine. That is your opinion. You don't have to actively get involved. It's easy to see someone's story and repost it, and that's your hands off. I literally just had this conversation with someone. I was like, I'm not excited to film this video. I'm not excited to try this palette out. Like, it's pretty. The shades are, I don't even have words. So there were some horrible things said to this YouTuber. And so originally, and I don't know all the details, definitely go check out her video. She goes into detail about exactly like what her background is to be able to have this conversation with the owner. And I'm just diving in, you guys. I don't even know what I'm using the pink shade. I'm not like, so the owner had gone on their socials and she's upset because their brand doesn't have a lot of like positive reviews or reviews at all. I don't know the complete story. I know what was said in the video. I've seen some of the conversations about it. By the time that I went to go like check out their socials, those videos were taken down by the owner or their social media creator. She did blame it on it. It was a social content creator, did it on her behalf, and which, sure, okay, maybe that's the case. I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know their organization, their business dynamic. I don't know like who's who in the zoo or whatever. A lot of it is speculation. However, when the YouTuber said, why are you asking for reviews? Like, it should be honest opinions from people who have purchased your products. If you don't have those reviews, then like your business model it needs some fixing. Well, the owner didn't like it and instead decided to shame this YouTuber for her weight, her skin, her small social standing as far as like subscribers, which I'm gonna share her video. Go and follow her. Like, just give her support. If you feel like you should give her support, give her support. I'm always thankful for my community here. You guys have been so supportive. I love reading your comments. I don't always get a chance to engage in the comments. This morning I took some time while I was drinking my coffee and was going through a video had just gone live, and then I was going and checking back with some of the other ones, and I feel bad because I don't always have time to sit down and just read the reviews. YouTube is a part-time thing for me. It's not even like a like it's not a true part-time. I film on the weekends. I upload 3 times a week. Like, I still have my normal like everyday job, but I don't get to put it as like, it's not full-time for me. Like, YouTube is just, it started out as a hobby. And a lot of YouTubers probably did start out as a hobby. I don't know, not everyone is like, oh, this is going to be my career. Because realistically, like, starting out, you're still doing it on top of another job because you don't get 1,000 subscribers and 5,000 view hours and monetization right away. And even then, once you're monetized, like the AdSense and everything, the algorithm is crazy. What I made a couple of years ago on a declutter video is not necessarily what's happening now because they've changed the algorithm of ads. So like a micro influencer on YouTube is just happy that you're engaging in comments and watching their videos and sharing them or whatever. So to be shamed that, oh, you're 1,000 subscribers, like that's horrible. We all started somewhere. Even this brand had to start somewhere. Unless you're like a multi-millionaire, tell me that you didn't struggle and like someone handed you the money to create your brand. Like that's the other thing is like when you get to be someone of status, like did you forget where you came from? And I don't think this brand started out where someone just handed them $100,000 and said start your makeup. Like we all start somewhere. You guys, I'm not putting a lot of effort into this. Like the colors are pretty. I think I'm gonna pick up like the pinky shimmer and just smatter this on. But what gets me and what really, it triggered me, it honestly did. I was just having this conversation with my friend Casey because she fat shamed her. She told her she was overweight. And here's my issue. And some people know this because I've talked about it on my channel before. And I get told all the time, they're like, because I just had my last physical fitness weigh-in. The Navy tells me every year that I'm overweight because getting on a scale, I'm over the weight standard for a 5'5" female, 65 inches. I'm only allowed to be 170 pounds. Well, you guys, I'm not 170 pounds. I am over that by enough that I have to get taped every year. I have only ever not gotten taped in the Navy when I was an RDC or a drill instructor because I was running my butt off. I wasn't like, I was athletic, I was like strong, but I wasn't like, I don't know, I wasn't curvy. I like my curves. Not everyone does. I do. But the Navy tells me every year that I'm not in standards, like you're fat. Because I have to get on a scale and then I have to go and stand in this other line and then I have to get measured and see if I'm the right circumference around. And I make the circumference, but whatever. My issue stems from, and I don't care what I weigh. I will step on a scale once in a while. However, my weight issues stem from my mom putting me on diet pills when I was 13 and she thought it was okay. And I look at myself, I look at photos from back then. There were some times where I was a little bit heavier, but I was a teenager. We all have our things and quirks and moments and whatever. Guys, this is about as much effort as I'm giving to this palette. I've never been so like unattached to makeup before. And it sucks because I have another one of their eyeshadow palettes and I still have to declutter my collection. And I was like, I don't even want to keep it. But it's also, it got shipped over from the UK. I can't just ship it back and say, please give me my money. It took so long to get here that by the time it gets back, it's going to be outside the return window. So I got it. I will probably declutter it and see if I have a friend who wants it. But you guys, it's not all right. Like whatever your weight standard is not someone else's weight standard. You don't have to like how someone else looks or fits into something. And you know what? I wish I was one of those girls. Even being told that I don't look like I'm overweight and that I'm a healthy weight standard or whatever. And I work out a lot. This week I worked out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did Pilates Monday, strength training in the gym on Tuesday, Pilates on Wednesday, took Thursday off, kicked my butt in the gym yesterday, which yesterday was Friday. I was gonna go run this morning and I was like, oh no. I had planned on doing Pilates tomorrow. I was still on the wait list. So I think I'm gonna attempt to run tomorrow. I don't know. But I do that knowing that one, I'm required to maintain my height and weight standard for the military. But I also know that overweight does run in the family. My grandmother had diabetes. And one of the ways to alleviate that is to work out and have a healthy lifestyle and eat right. There's plenty of times that I have tried dieting. Dieting doesn't work. It's not my thing. So I work out so I can eat what I want and enjoy, a beer with my friends or eat that like order of chicken wings and dip them in ranch dressing that's non-fat or that isn't fat-free ranch dressing. Like I work out so I can eat what the heck I want. There's times where like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do a ginger shot and feel better for my gut health or whatever, and maybe eat a cucumber salad for lunch. But you know what? Enjoy what you want to. Like, not everyone is meant to be on a diet. I work out so I can, one, be strong, and two, eat what the heck I want. But my ever-loving nerves when you hear people talking about, oh, you should go on a diet, or you're a little overweight, or whatever. I've struggled with my weight for a long time. I'm 41 years old. My metabolism is slowing down. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be a little bit harder to keep some of this off as I get older, which is why I've started changing up my workout routine. But for someone else to, in your comments or in your DMs, say, you know, you're not worth it, you're overweight, this, that, the other, like, whatever your opinion is, one, you should learn to internalize that. If you are saying those things about someone else, it's because you don't like yourself. That's what it is. If you're bullying somebody, it's because you don't like yourself. Now, there's a difference. And I have said this before. If you can joke on somebody else, you better be okay when they decide to joke on you. There's definitely some things that over time, like, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. And I've gone and apologized. And definitely, like, in the military, we joke on each other all the time. But you have to, and you're going to hear this from a lot of people, have a thick skin. Not everyone has a thick skin. But at the same time, like, if you can say hurtful things to someone else, when they decide to retaliate and say those things to you, you better be able to take them. You better be able to have that thick skin, because you threw a rock at a glass house and they're going to send a boulder straight back. Like, I'm angry for this YouTuber. Like, I feel so bad, like, watching her video and hearing the, like, things that were written in text that will never be deleted. But she took the power back. She decided to take the power back and discuss it and share it and tell people exactly who this person is, the owner, what they did, what they said, and bring awareness. And that, like, that takes a lot. I know when I was younger and I was told that I needed to lose weight, and my mom put me on diet pills, and she told me that I was too sad and I needed to be more upbeat and peppy, and I just wasn't that. My mom was a cheerleader in high school and she wanted me to be a cheerleader, and, like, that just wasn't my thing. I played softball for a couple years. I didn't do it too much later. I did try and get into dance. It wasn't my thing. But, like, it's crazy that people project those things on you. But it's up to you how you handle it. And you can either choose to hide in the corner, in the dark, in your room, cry about it, or you can take the power back and you can out the source of the negativity and show people who they really are. And that takes a lot of strength. There's a lot of people out there that don't stand up to their bullies, that don't say what needs to be said. And I think it's great that she did. People need to know, because it's really easy for someone to, and this brand did, they hid behind it was one of our social media managers. It wasn't me. I'm gone. Okay, sure. But I also know, as someone who manages my own stuff, I don't have a manager. I do my own YouTube. I do my captions, I do my titles, I do my hashtags, my Instagram, like, I do all that. I respond to my comments on my YouTube when I have an opportunity. I'm really bad at it, you guys. But as someone who does it myself, and yeah, you can have a social media manager, you can give permissions. I do have someone who reviews my SEO on my channel. I can give them permission and limit their permission. So you can say, okay, this person's going to manage my social media. They have full access and be hands off. Or you can still have ownership of it and they only get partial access, which is the smarter thing to do, because then if you have issues and you need to fire them, you don't have to worry about them locking you out of your own social media, which, oh, by the way, it happens. My friend's a marketing manager and she, like, does their socials. And we've had that conversation. Like, don't give full rights to someone and not know what your passwords are, not know how to get back into it if you accidentally lock yourself out. Like, no one person, if you're going to share it with a team, like, the main owner should have the full access, and then your, like, employees should have partial access. But yeah, you can blame it on your social media content manager. But overall, and that's one of the things that like we were literally talking about, and she had a marketing team. Yeah, like her employees created social media content, but before it got submitted to the client, she reviewed it. And then the client would review it before it gets posted. So whether or not, and granted, this isn't them posting content, this person responded on behalf of the company, whether it was the owner or one of their social media managers. You're telling me that you're not taking ownership for that? You're telling me that you gave them full reign of your business and let them put it straight into the drain while you were gone on vacation? You let them go ahead and shame another influencer, no matter how big they are, still an influencer, whether you like their content or not, whether you like what they look like or not. That person, all those reviews that you got, that you were raving about getting after you begged people to give you reviews, it doesn't matter. You just undid all of that very easily by being a jerk. Whether it was you or your employee, you were a jerk to somebody else. And all of us tiny little micro-influencers who decided to watch her video and support her and not talk about your brand in a positive way can undo all the business you worked so hard for. But instead of issuing an apology, so they put out a release on their Instagram. It's no longer there, but they put out a release and they're like, my social media manager did this, this, and this. At no point did they apologize to the YouTuber. They didn't reach out to him. They've blocked him, actually. There's a whole bunch of things. Like, definitely go check out her video. She talks about it. I'm not even sure if there's an update. I know that there's been a couple other influencers that I follow on Instagram and YouTube that have talked about it. But that's the other thing is, like, as a community, as you build a community, like, people are going to talk about it. They're going to reach out. They're going to check on you. They're going to want to see, like, hey, is everything okay? You as a brand, I don't care how big you are. If you're starting out, where is that? There it is. Like, you owe it to your followers, your employees, the influencers that are promoting your brand. Like, you owe it to them to be a decent human being, honestly. And what's crazy is, like, I've never been so enraged by a brand. On top of it, it's woman owned. As women, we should be empowering each other, not destroying each other, not tearing them down. You should be empowering another woman. Like, I can say from being in the US, we're offered and afforded some rights that other women in other countries don't have. First off, let's just put that out there. Granted, other countries do have some freedoms that are similar to what we have. Back and forth, we're not talking about politics right now. We're not talking about some things that are going on. But let's just be honest. As women, we should be supporting women. We should be looking out for each other. We should be in their corners advocating and cheering for them when they have an accomplishment, when there's like something positive going on. I cannot tell you how many of you guys have been in my corner when I lost my grandmother, just sending me like your condolences. Like, you don't know my grandmother, you don't know me, you don't owe that to me, but you've been in my corner and you've just, hey, I'm here for you. Like, I'm so sorry for your loss. Or when I announced that I got approved for retirement, because I can't just be like, hey, I'm out next week. Like, that's not how that works. I have to request to be released for retirement before I can move on, before I can start my next chapter. But when I posted that, you guys were like rooting for me. You were sending congratulations on my Instagram posts. Like, you guys have been so appreciative. Like, I appreciate you guys for being in my corner and for supporting me and being my cheer squad. Like, that's what we should be to each other. Like, I am thankful for the friends that I have, and especially like my female friends, which is a small number. I don't have a lot of female friends. Like, I could probably count my close personal female friends on two hands. I have acquaintances. I have, people I've met in passing and I keep bumping into them. But my close personal, like, I'm gonna text you, check on you all the time. Like, it's not a lot. I keep my circle very small for a reason. But that's the thing is, like, when you accomplish something, or you're having a bad time, like you should have someone in your corner that's there for you, to root you on, to talk to you when you're going through it. Like, but for a brand and a female owner of a brand, do better. That's all I can say. There are plenty of women-owned brands, and I can list them off and I absolutely love them. LYS, I love their brand. I love their products. I was just talking about it with Casey. She just tried their foundation stick. I was like, girl, I got all their products. Come and try it. Who was it? Beauty Bakery. They were around for a little while. I think she sunsetted her business last year. Really liked her liquid lipsticks. Huda Beauty, she just bought back her brand. There's so many to list. And I love when women are, you guys, I was talking so long, my video turned off. I love when women are doing good things. Like, you do you, boo. I am here for it. She's a naval officer, Kelly Serbaki. I'm pretty sure I'm messing that up. I started following her when I was in Chicago, and she had just gotten orders to Chicago. But I follow her on Instagram, and her motto is do both. Like, she is all about women empowerment, and you don't have to just be a military female. You can also have a brand. I think she started her like bathing suit brand, and she's gone up for, what was it, Miss Illinois or Chicago? Like, she's done pageants, and she was working her way towards Miss America. Like, but I love the fact that she's like, you can do both. You don't have to choose one or the other. You don't have to be masculine in uniform. You can still be feminine in uniform and still be, you know, wearing dresses and heels and doing pageant things and, you know, talking about what you're passionate about. I look at her socials and I watch what she's doing, and I was like, oh man, she's doing great. Like, you can do multiple things. You can empower other women. You can advocate for them. You don't have to break them down to make yourself feel better. That's just the reality of it. You guys, I've never been so heated about, it's just crazy. Like, I went back and forth on whether or not I should even give the palette time of day. But I also know that there's a creative team that goes into creating an eyeshadow palette. It's not just an owner. It's not just one person. There's a whole team. It just sucks that the person who owns the brand, or the social media person, whoever did it, honestly, whoever did it at that brand did what they did. Like, no one deserves that. No one deserves that at all. You need to do better. You need to take ownership. If you did it, take ownership. Apologize. Don't just do a general statement like, oh, by the way, we happen to do this. Take ownership. If you did it, you did it. And oh, by the way, the whole story's out there. There's a whole video about how horrible you are at handling your business. Like, anyways, you guys, I don't have any intentions of doing this type of video again. I'm pretty sure, because I don't know if you know this, you've probably noticed, I do my makeup first, and then depending on how I feel, I do my intro. I do my outro first, and then I do my intro when I'm filming. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to put a warning in my intro of, I'm about to go on a rant, a whole tangent. It sucks because the one big thing, there's multiple things to this. The one that hits the most, that sucks so bad, is that she targeted this person. And just, I know, as someone who's struggled with my appearance and my weight and fitting into clothes and like, what do other people think and all this stuff. I don't need you to tell me I'm overweight or I've got acne on my skin. I know. I'm aware. I can see it. When I wear tank tops, I'll be the first ones to tell you, I hate this. When it, like, there's nothing I can, what workout is there for that underarm flab? Whatever. I don't like it. That's just me. I pick myself apart. As someone who has struggled with things for so long, I have just learned that it is what it is. You don't need to point it out to me. I'm well aware. I've literally talked on camera with you guys about those things. I hate that I have to shave my upper lip. I've hated that my entire life. And I was embarrassed about it growing up, but I did a whole TikTok dermaplaning my face. It's funny, like back in the day, it was like, oh my gosh, females have facial hair. No kidding. But I embraced it. At 40 years old, I'm deployed overseas in Germany and I'm dermaplaning my face and showing you how much hair is growing. It's funny because like right now, I can see it. The video that went live today, because this window's open and because I have blonde hair on my face, it gives like a glow. I saw it the other day. I was like, oof, I need to dermaplane again. But as a teenager, as a 20-year-old, I wasn't bringing that up. I wasn't like, oh, I need to shave my mustache. Oh, I need to pluck this one random dark hair that's on my neck. Like, no. But 40 years old, I'm in my room dermaplaning like, hey guys, come on this journey with me. I didn't even use the right shade that I wanted to use. I'm just all over the place. But I also know I'm not the only one that feels that way. And that's why I don't mind sharing that with you guys. Like, I've talked about why I have my channel, like why I talk about the things I talk about. Because if I feel this way, if I have these insecurities, that means someone else out there. You're telling me 1 out of millions of people, I'm the only one that feels that way? I'm not. There's no way. But if I talk about it and it makes you feel better and you're able to just acknowledge whatever your insecurities or issues or whatever they are, or just acknowledging like, oh shit, maybe I need to go and talk to somebody. You guys, I don't usually cuss on my channel. That one slipped. That's how, like, I have over 300 videos. I can't remember how many I have. When I'm out and about talking with my friends, I do cuss. I do not have a filter. But it is funny, and I just had this conversation last night with Luke's sister and his brother-in-law about how funny it is that I can literally film for an hour and not drop the F-bomb, not have a curse word. But when I'm out and animated and super excited with my friends and just in the moment, I have a potty mouth sometimes. But it's funny filming with you guys and talking. I don't cuss. I don't have to edit it out. My editor doesn't have to edit it out because it's just, I don't know. And when I was younger, like my parents would be like, especially when I was like first in the Navy, they're like, can't you use other words that aren't those? And I'm like, I'm sure I could. And it's funny now as I film and I'm like, man, I went a whole hour and a half talking and not cussing. That's weird. That's never happened before. But you got, like, the reality is, and like, it's so weird. Like, this is not a video I've ever done. I've never gone on a rant about how deplorable the comments were that were sent to this influencer. The things that were said, the hurtful, like intentionally hurtful things. And it sucks because like I haven't honestly watched this influencer before. Like my attention was brought to this YouTuber because who is it? Dubs Beauty Bar. She's on we've talked on Instagram a couple times. And when I was gone, we were talking about collaborating, but just my schedule has been chaotic, and she asked me yesterday, she's like, hey, I haven't really seen you posting, like, is everything okay? I've been going through it. There's a lot going on right now, but like that's the community that we've built, and like we can interact. I've never met her personally, but like I do follow her and I do like see things. She talked about it on her stories and I wanted to see what was going on, and I'm like, oh, I know that brand. Oh, I can't. And I saw the screenshots of the conversation and I was like, wow, like that's bold. That's hurtful. And it just sucks because I was like, wait, I have something that I just ordered from them. I honestly received this palette probably 2 weeks ago. But today, Luke is gone. I was helping him book his hotel because they're getting ready to pull in somewhere. I'm not going to say where. I'm not going to say when. Operational security, you guys. But he got the information to me. I don't know what the hand movements are. Sometimes that's just how I am. But through our own different ways of communication, I was able to decipher his like where and when and help him get a place while he's there so that he doesn't have to sleep on the ship while they're in port. But while I was like helping him and doing stuff throughout the house, and I was like, okay, well, I know I need to film. I need to like, I'm about to be gone with Emily next weekend, so I need to have stuff ready to like send to my editor. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to like waste the palette. I did buy it with my own money. I wasn't sent it. And I felt some, like just thinking about it, I just felt some sort of way. about the things that were said, because those are simple things that people struggle with, and it's just, you don't have to tell them. They're aware. I don't know who Dixon is barking at. He's upset at somebody. And I was talking to Casey. I was like, I think this is what I'm about to do. And she was like, you need to have that conversation, because I have a platform. It's not a lot of subscribers. We are 18,000 strong on this channel. We only just hit 18,000, and that is, you guys, thank you so much. But I have a platform, and I can use my platform for good. I can use it for bad. I can ignore things. I can speak about things. There's some things that I definitely do ignore. There's things I'm not allowed to talk about. There's certain things I am publicly not allowed to have an opinion about, and it is fine. I've been used to that. I've been doing it for 21 years. But this is something I can talk about, and this is something that I have struggled with myself. It may not be my mom telling me I need diet pills, but the Navy annually tells me I'm not within standards. But I know, dude, I can leg press 525 pounds. Should I? No, it hurts my freaking back. My nerve block is wearing off. And I got to that point and I was like, okay, I need to taper back. This one hurt. We did it. I got there. I'm strong. But me being able to have strong legs and build up my muscles, the Navy still tells me, even though I am that strong and I am able to do things that I wasn't able to do as a teenager on a scale, I'm overweight. I can still fight fires. I can still don an SCBA and go through a hatch that is about this big around with all my gear on, but by weight standards, I'm overweight. Doesn't mean I'm fat. Random rants, you guys, but honestly, like, this one hurt, and I felt so bad, like, reading the comments that were sent targeting this YouTuber. Like, how dare you? Just, anyways, I have definitely, like, went on a whole tangent. And I know I'm not the only one that feels that way. I have seen the comments in the support for this YouTuber. She is linked down below. I don't even think I've said her name. I just sent her video to Casey because we were talking about it and she's like, wait, what happened? I sent the video to Casey and she was like, holy crap. Her name is 𝐿𝐿𝐃𝐄𝐒. She is on YouTube. This video has 8.9 thousand views. And it's the title is "A Brand Called Me a Nobody, Awful Looking, and a Fatty with Scubby Skin." No one deserves that. Those are literally the comments that were sent to her on their Instagram DMs. I will link it down below. Go and watch her video. Go and give her support. Like, no one deserves that. I wanted to honestly have that conversation with you guys. Like, it's hurtful, it's rude, it's inconsiderate, and it's tacky. Like, there's so many adjectives I could use. You know what? Let that brand say something to me. Like, go ahead, do your worst. I'll talk about it too. Don't use your platform for negativity. It's just not worth it. It's funny. It is literally the funniest. Some of the people I've worked with have found my YouTube and they're like, you're so bubbly on your channel. And I was like, well, thank you. I try to be positive. And they're like, you're not like that all the time at work. And I was like, because some of y'all push my buttons. Let's just be honest. Some of y'all are not nice. But that's the thing is, like, I want to be a positive person. I get told all the time, I have the worst RBF. It's just how it is. I get told all the time to smile. And I'm like, no one wants to be told to smile. Not if I don't want to smile. And then if you're rude to me, you're really not going to get a smile. You're going to see the worst RBF ever. It's just how it is. My friends think it's hilarious. Guys will come up to me and are like, smile, it's not that bad. And I'm like, I'm having a beer and hanging out with my friends. Like, this is just my face relaxed, unengaged. Like, what? You go smile. I just think it's funny. Like, I will pick myself apart. That's honestly, like, I joke about myself all the time. My thing is, if you can't joke about yourself, if you can't take a joke about yourself, you don't deserve to joke on anyone else. Like, if you can't take a joke, don't throw them. Don't say them. It's not right. You guys, I am having the hardest time doing my brows. I'm gonna go finish up brows, mascara, liner, lips, everything we usually do, and I'll be back to close out the video. Okay, you guys, I'm back. This is the final look. I have Dixon. He's trying to tell me that it's time for him to get dinner. He has 11 minutes. He doesn't get fed until 6. Sir, no, no, sir. But like, this whole video is not something I normally do, but I want to remind you, it doesn't cost anything to be nice to somebody. If you have horrible things you want to say, keep those internal. No one wants to hear them. If you're thinking them about somebody, then they've probably thought them about themselves and probably thought worse things about themselves, because I can tell you some of the things that I've been told about my weight or what I look like or whatever. I've thought them, and actually this isn't the final look. I forgot my lips. That's how uninvested in this makeup look because of how I feel about the brand. I've got juicy tubes, you guys. Like, do you want down? He's like, I'm over this. I want you to give me what I want. And honestly, like, if you see someone doing great things like at the gym or whatever, because I'll tell you right now, I see people starting out on their gym journey. All it takes is saying, hey, you're doing great. And they will be over the moon. Like, you don't have to shame them. Do you know how hard it is to get up when you're not motivated to go to the gym, or you're afraid that someone's going to say something rude to you or be snarky and stare at you? It is the hardest. Starting out on my gym journey many years ago, I didn't know what to expect. I also go to the gym first thing in the morning, so I don't have to see a lot of people. I keep my headphones on so I don't have to talk to people. But I love the guy that's at the front counter when I get there. Every morning he was like, hey, good morning, Chief. Looking good, stay motivated, have a good day. And I'm like, that's all it takes. Like, just being nice to somebody. Just motivating them and saying how great they're doing. Reminding them that step to get out of bed, to put on their like clothes or whatever they're doing what they need to do. Like, you don't have to be rude. You don't have to say negative things. If you're thinking them about them, maybe that person's thinking it about themselves. That's what leads to some of the horrible things that people do to themselves because somebody said it out loud. Things that they were internalizing. You don't have to be rude. You can be nice. You can keep your negative thoughts to yourself. It's why I say on my channel, if you want to be rude in the comments, if you want to be antagonizing or disrespectful, I reserve the right to remove your comment and block you from my channel. That's just my personal opinion. I heard horrible things growing up. At home too. I don't need to hear them on my channel. You've got negative things, please keep them to yourself. No one wants to hear them. If you're out and about, it costs nothing to give someone a compliment. A positive compliment, not a backhanded, what you think is meant to be nice compliment. Like, hey, you look great today. Keep up the great work. Keep doing what you're doing. Like, there's nothing wrong with giving a positive compliment. Positive reinforcement. We say, one of the things that we say is praise in public, reprimand in private. That sometimes you just don't need to say it out loud. Or put it in a text. Or DM it. I don't want to keep having this conversation. I know it needed to be said. I feel that it's great that Ella stood up for herself and said, you know what? I'm going to tell people about what you did because they need to know the type of person or the type of brand you are. And we have a platform. We have a voice. I have a larger subscribership than I ever thought I was going to have. And I really, truly appreciate this group of people who have been on this journey with me. Go check out Ella. I will link her down below. Go find her on Instagram. Be positive, be polite, be nice, support. Whether it's a hobby or your job, you know, I put time and effort into my videos just like she does. It takes time to build a viewership and a subscribership and the community that we have. And I appreciate each and every single one of you, and I love the ones that like put comments down, or maybe you don't have time to put a comment or you don't want to and you thumbs up or just watching my video. I appreciate you guys. I'm glad that you're here. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you are doing something that just makes you feel good about yourself. That is honestly it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell for notifications of new videos. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Until my next video, you guys, bye. I'll see you next time.